What's going on, VMA Team Familia? This is Diego. I'm back with the VMA Team Familia tip of the day, and today I just wanted to go. I wanted to go over the 8 steps for a professional invitation. Now, remember, the first thing that you want to invite is to tool, okay? Because obviously, a lot of people tend to be very, very lazy, knock it off their butts, and actually come to an event. But if you show them something that will get them interested, obviously they'll have a little bit more incentive. All right, so. I would suggest inviting to a Derek Alexander video, like the 7-minute one, the short one, or maybe the YPR video, something that gets their attention. Okay, now this is the 8 steps for a professional invitation. Now, step number 1. First off, you want to be in a hurry. Okay, say something like, "Listen, I don't have a lot of time," and then go on to the next step. But this is a psychological issue, guys. Basically, people are attracted to people that are non-needy. Okay, it makes for shorter invitations. It lessens questions. It lessens resistance, and people will respect your time. Okay, so examples for warm market would be like, "Hey, listen, I don't have a lot of time, but it was really, really important for me to, get to talk to you. Do you have a minute?" Okay, or "I'm running out the door. But I really need to talk to you. Do you have a minute?" Okay, now. You want to focus on the fact that, you want to focus more on the concept than the exact words. Focus on the fact that you're busy, you have a lot going on, you're excited, and your time is short, okay? Now, step number 2 is you want to compliment the prospect, okay? First off, this is critical. It opens the door to communication, it builds instant rapport, and this will double your results overnight, okay? Examples for that, let's say you're talking to, a great family friend or a good friend or family. I would say things like, "You've always been so supportive of me, and I appreciate that so much," okay? Or somebody else, you might be like, "Hey, you have an amazing mind for business, and I can tell that you see things that other people don't see," okay? First, on this step, you want to focus on being sincere. You want to find something that you genuinely like about them, not their shoes, something genuine, like something like, I don't know, their attitude, something, okay? Professionals do this constantly, okay? It is difficult for a prospect to have a negative attitude after they've been complimented. Right? Then you make the invitation. There's 3 types of invitations. There's a direct invitation, a direct approach, an indirect approach, and then a super indirect approach. Now, the direct approach it's for people that you have influence over. Okay. Now, the indirect approach is for people that you kind of know, or maybe you want to indirectly invite them. And the super indirect approach, it's for highly influential people. Now, here's how a direct approach would sound, okay? Let's say you hear somebody's talking about how much they hated their job, okay? Now, here's what I would say. "Hey, when you told me that you wanted to get out of your job, were you serious about that, or were you just kidding around?" Okay, I think I found a way for us to actually do that. Okay, I think I found a way for you to actually do that. Say things like, "Hey, I think I found a way for us to really boost our cash flow. When I thought of people who could really make an absolute killing in this business that I just found, I thought about you." And then say something like, "Hey, let me ask you a question off the record. So between you and I, if there was a business you could start working on part-time from your home that could replace your current income, would that interest you?" Okay? Now, indirect approach would be things like, "Hey, I've just started a new business, and I'm really, really nervous. Before I get going, I need to practice on someone friendly. Okay, would you mind if I practiced on you?" Right there, you're not directly approaching them, but at the same time, they're getting the same information. Now, if you want to talk to highly influential people, this is by far the best way for you to talk to them. Okay, the approach that I would take would be, "The business that I'm in is clearly isn't for you, but I wanted to ask, who do you know that is ambitious, money motivated, and would be excited about an idea of adding more cash flow to their lives?" Okay, here's what that does. That person instantly starts to think about people that are ambitious, money motivated, and then they just come back and they're like, "Wait, I'm money motivated." Okay? So right there, you've already approached them, but indirectly, so they don't feel like they're the ones that are getting approached by you. Okay? Now, here's a question this is step number 4, you guys, obviously, after you make the invitation. This is the step number 4, okay? This is the question that's been, like a secret weapon for network marketing for years, and it's the question of, "If I, would you?" Okay? Now, first off, this is good because it's reciprocal. Okay, basically meaning that I'm not willing to give you anything unless you decide to make a commitment with me. It puts you in a place of power and control, you guys. You have something of value, and you obviously value yourself. So it would be things like, "Hey, if I would give you this CD that explains everything about the company, would you watch it? If I would give you this link, about a website that with a complete presentation, would you check it out?" Okay, or if I invited you to a special invitation only conference call, would you listen? If I invited you to a special invitation only webinar would you attend? Okay, now this, obviously when you add the special to it, they feel a little special, make them feel a little warm, fuzzy, and that they would be a little bit more inclined to actually watch. And now, step number 5 is you want to get the time commitment, okay? So after you say, hey, if I were to give you the CD that would explain a lot about the company, would you watch it? When do you think it would be a good time for you to watch this DVD for sure, or CD for sure, okay? Don't suggest a time, ask the question and wait, okay? This makes it real, and now they've said yes twice, alright? Now the step number 6 is confirm the time commitment, you guys. If they said that they would watch the DVD Tuesday night, your response should be, so if I called you, Wednesday morning, you would have seen it for sure, correct? Something like that. They will either say yes or they will adjust the time. They've now confirmed 3 times. You've asked the questions and their answers made the appointment. Now, step number 7 is you want to schedule the next call. This is a simple step. Okay, all you have to ask is what's the best number and time that I can reach you. Okay, now they've said yes 4 times, you guys, and your number should go from 5% to 80%. Now, after this, step number 8 is very, very important. Get off the phone. Okay, you're obviously in a hurry. Get off the phone. People tend to try to explain everything after they did that. Okay, so I'll run through this very, very quickly again. Let's say I'm inviting someone. I'll be like, hey, listen, I don't have a lot of time to talk, but it was really, really important for me to get you. Do you have a minute? Okay, and then they say yes. Dude, honestly, I just feel like you have an amazing mind for business, and I knew that you didn't like your job. When you wanted to get out of your job, were you serious about that, or were you just kidding around? Because I think I might have found a way for us to actually do that for you. And they're like, yeah, dude, okay. Well, listen, if I were to show you the CD, okay, or if I were to show you this, YouTube link, okay, would you watch it? Okay. Yes, I would watch it. Okay, when would be a good time for you to watch this YouTube link? Okay, 3 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, so if I were to call you at 6 p.m. tomorrow, you would have seen it for sure, correct? Yes. Okay, what would be the best time and number for me to reach you? Right there, that's a professional way of inviting you guys. Hopefully this helps out. Please understand that Alex is going to be here in, what day is it? It's in a few days, okay, the 19th through the 23rd. Let's blow it up, you guys. Let's fill these houses up with like 100 people. You obviously know the right way to invite, and then get them to an event. Talk about Alex. Use third party leverage, you guys. So with that, I appreciate you guys. I'm back with the VTF Team Familia tip of the day. So let's go, boss.